We might just get hit with the Reaper.
Me Millie. Cause we in the field with them birds like we play for the Eagles. I'm on probation, so let me not talk what's illegal. Switch it up. Today I woke up with my drinker, she rich as a beetle. For my teachers that said I won't make it here, I spent a day with.
Seeing a video like this, you think I'd pretty much be like, God damn it! But I'm not. Because the Philadelphia Eagles win against the New York Giants 25-22 late in the fourth quarter. Shut up, PS4, because I've had enough of you. 25-22. The Eagles desperately needed this win. The Eagles did not show up in the first half. The passing game did not show up in the first half. The defense as a whole did not show up in the first half. These corners are bad, man. These corners are so bad. None of them can tackle. Not one of them. One of them can't even tackle. LeBlanc can't tackle. Chan Sullivan can't tackle. Devontae Bosby can't tackle. None of them. Yummy one-on-one open field tackles they missed. All these dump-off passes. How many times did Eli Manning throw the ball to Odell or throw to Shepard a dump pass? And, I mean, you're not going to tackle Barkley. That's definitely not going to happen with these guys. But both teams made a lot of mistakes. A lot of penalties. Josh Adams was the spark of this goddamn game. My fucking God, Josh Adams. See, this is why you have to play guys in games, because if you keep them on practice squad and you just put them in a few plays, you bring them up the active roster, you put them in, you sprinkle them in once in a blue moon every few minutes, you need to let these guys get used to the offense. Josh Adams is getting used to this offense. Josh Adams is getting used to running behind this line. So Josh Adams is going to develop, and he's going to develop, and he's going to develop. And guess what? Josh Adams had a taken back touchdown beginning, in the first half, and pretty much like the start of the game. And my fucking God, dude, Jason Kelce had a little bit of a hold, and that sucks. But Josh Adams, there's a few times where the Eagles make shit obvious in this offense, but Josh Adams ran the ball very well. Corey Clement ran pretty good today than most weeks. Now, when I say the Eagles played better, I don't say that they played better. I'm saying that they played better than what I've seen the past good amount of weeks that's been around. So, this offense, I'm so impressed with Josh Adams. Undrafted. We don't need to sign big money to a running back. They're playing him as the featured back right now. They kept him in the game, and I'm happy about that. So, Josh Adams, good fucking shit today. The offensive line struggled a little bit. Samalo got hit. Carson Wentz got sacked a few times today. Still not looking too great. And every time any defense blitzes against us, you beat us. Every time Carson Wentz gets a blitz, there's nothing that can happen. Because during this game, I've seen a lot of things. I've seen these receivers, which I'm going to go to now. These receivers couldn't get separation. Alshon Jeffrey had a pretty good day. Zach Ertz had an amazing day today. Amazing. Amazing day. Almost 100 yards. I count him as a wide receiver because, honestly, I don't even think of him as a tight end anymore. Okay? Zach Ertz pretty much had one explosive play every series. Mostly had one good over 20-yard pass most of the time. And almost had 100 yards. So Zach Ertz did pretty damn good. Nelson Agholor caught that crucial fourth down catch. With Nelson Agholor, Mike Rowe hasn't figured it out with Nelson Agholor. Nelson Agholor should be touching the ball a lot. Should be going, sprinkling all around all these receivers. But it hasn't been happening. And then you got Golden Tate. He was on the punt returns, and he was actually in the game a lot more. He was actually, I think he was in the whole entire, I think, honestly, Jordan Matthews had no snaps. I don't even know if Jordan Matthews had snaps today. I don't even know. I think Golden Tate was out there the whole damn time. But still, the Philadelphia Eagles offense is making shit too obvious. When Tate was in motion in the backfield, I automatically knew they were throwing to him, and they did. And they had a 2-3 yard loss. Just like with the running backs, too. It's 3rd and 2. You can't even get 3rd and 2. And like usual, the Eagles put everyone up on the line, and they make it so damn obvious, and the Giants linebackers, Ogletree, all them boys are stacked up right in the middle, ready to take it down. and we didn't get it. A lot of missed points on this board from both sides of the ball. Wendell Smallwood didn't get any playing time, which I don't mind at all, because Josh Adams is the featured back. That sounds really good right now, guys. It sounds really good. This was a prove-it game. This was a prove-it game. The second half of this game, man, this defense rose to the top. This pass rush, Michael Bennett. You know, Fletcher Cox hasn't done shit. Honestly, Fletcher Cox hasn't done anything, really. He hasn't done shit in a few weeks. Michael Bennett's been the man. Chris Long got a sack. Michael Bennett had a sack. That pass rush was good. The first half, this defensive line was taking on blocks, but they weren't separating through their gaps. In the second half, they were fighting off blocks, and they were getting to the quarterback and shutting that run game down. Saquon Barkley was barely used in the second half. Don't know why, don't care. But before the second half, Malcolm Jenkins picks off an interception. Eli Manning doesn't dump off pass it where they can just get 3 points with Saquon Barkley before the half ended. And he forces a throw with double, triple coverage on Odell. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. That was a nice spark. But we tired the Giants out with the run game. Josh Adams, boom, 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 boom. One play with Corey Clement. Boom, boom, going all the way downfield. Josh Adams scores a touchdown. Would have had 2 touchdowns today if that one wasn't called back to the Jason Kelce hold. I don't care how ugly it was, because at certain times it was ugly. At certain times, Carson Wentz is throwing the ball way too high. I don't know why. What the fuck is going on with him? He's got a lot in his face, and I understand the accuracy issue because he's got a lot of fucking hands in his face. You know, balls are getting batted down. You know what I mean? I think Chan Sullivan got hurt in this game, but I think he went back out. I'm not really sure. Corey Graham got hurt as well. So we're beaten up in this secondary. And I saw Malcolm Jenkins going to Corey Unlin, the corner coach, on the sideline, and he wasn't happy that he had to switch some things up, that things had to get switched up. Jim Schwartz actually didn't play a bad game today. This was probably one of the few, with what he has. They did a lot of zone because a lot of these guys are new. And the commentators talked about some good things too, because a lot of these guys on defense, the secondary-wise, are so new that they don't have, you know, there's non-verbal communication where they can just use their hands or, like, kind of have their own communication. The problem is these guys are so new, they don't have that with these players. They haven't been playing together long. So it's been pretty much deep vocal communication throughout the game. And these corners really got burnt today. They did. They held up, and you know, Chan Sullivan still doesn't know where the fucking ball is. Like, he had good coverage on Odell, but Odell stopped with the quickness and then got a little in route. You know what I mean? A come and go route, whatever. And you know, Chan Sullivan can't do it. You know, Bosby couldn't tackle. Sullivan couldn't tackle. I mean, a lot of these guys couldn't tackle. So far, you know, I mean, we get downfield, you know, and, you know, this defense fucking lit it up. You know, sacked Eli Manning a few times. Hey, that's where it is. Second half was the adjustments. The old Eagles, they remind me of the old Eagles coming back in that second half last year. And that's what it looked like today. That's what it looked like today. So I was happy. Well, I was happy with a lot of things, but I was still like, come on, Doug, really? You got to – I mean, you know those handoffs that Carson Wentz does? Now, I understand there's different handoffs because these certain running backs need to get a few steps for that speed boost, you know what I mean? So Carson Wentz will literally hike the ball, go back, and just put the ball like this for 10 minutes and walk like this for 10 minutes. And it's so obvious that it's a run. It's so obvious it's not quick. You see it coming way before it happens. It's so bad that I honestly know what play they're doing. I mean, or who it's going to. It's getting to the point where I'm starting to figure out what plays they're running and who's getting the ball and who's taking. I'm happy about this win. The Cowboys got the Saints Thursday night. We'll see how much of a real team they are. And, you know, we got the Redskins next Monday night. On the grand big stage. I don't think it's home either. I think it's in Washington. So, you got another important game. Another division game coming up. So, as usual, we own the Giants. And as usual, Jake Elliott makes the the winning field goal to clutch this game and take us to the promised land. So it was a good win. So if I want to take 3 things out of it, I'll take that Josh Adams looks like a fucking beast. Total beast. Can't wait. Zach Ertz is still looking like the best tight end in the league when he gets his chances. And the defensive line stepped up. Timmy Jernigan didn't do much in this game, but he's definitely not 100%. It's his first game back from almost a career-ending injury, and he just came back. So give him more time. Brandon Graham didn't do much, but as long as there's pressure, I don't care. If there's pressure, I don't give a shit. If there's pressure and he's throwing incomplete passes, the ball's getting batted down, and the quarterback's getting hit, I don't care. That's where it's going to count. We really need Jalen Mills back. That's what I realized today. We need Avonte Maddox back. We really need him back badly. So I'm hoping with an extra, since it's a Monday game, I'm hoping that there's an extra day or two, hopefully get some of these guys back. And we need at least get Mills back into this secondary, and then they can choose whoever the hell the next best guy is, because I can't tell who the next best guy is. Their coverage sucks. Their tackling sucks. I mean, Devontae Ballsby, the one reason why you don't understand that all these guys, Trey Sullivan, the safety, came in after, Trey Sullivan came in, so he's been filling in. All these guys, both Sullivans and Devontae Ballsby and, LeBlanc, all these guys, they weren't even on the team a month ago. They weren't even on the practice squad a month ago. So they get their chance to start in a game, and they get their chance to do some good things. So I'm not saying that they all did horrible, but I'm not saying that they did great, because they didn't. But I'm saying they all pitched in a few things. The Ballsby had some good tackle, a good tackle behind the line of scrimmage on Odell, a little dump pass. You know what I mean? So you can take a little bit of things into accountability, but it's gonna be about this pass rush. Hands down. We can't afford to blitz because we got no help in the back end. Malcolm Jenkins made plays today. Malcolm Jenkins made stops. He covered Saquon on some dump passes, tackled him. Eagles win, and that's it. So I'm happy. I'm happy I don't have to go through another week of bullshit, because I had a feeling it was going to be a close one. It always is with the Giants, regardless. But the Giants could have easily won this game. Not throwing that, could have just dumping the pass off to Saquon before the half ended, and not throwing it to Odell for a pick. That's 7 points, or that could potentially be 3 points. The Eagles had 7 points off the board as well. And I was praying to God that Jake Elliott wouldn't miss that, the game-winning kick. And we wasted a lot of time. And Pat Shurmur called a timeout on a 3rd and 18 in the third quarter, which makes no sense. But that's all I really got to say, guys. That's all I want to say. The Birds won. And it's time to go forward and just deal with what we have. This offense looked a lot better today, but they still have a lot of fucking work to do. Okay, because I ain't done with the offense yet. Mike Grota does not have my respect and probably won't this season, but looked a lot better, played a lot better. That's all we can ask for. W in the win column. That's all that matters. That's all I got to say. Shake squad up. Fly, fly.